Why is it that Haiti is much, much, much worse off than the Dominican Republic directly next to them, directly across the border? Probably the same population size, same resources. Is it because of culture? Is it because of culture that all black Haiti is a lot worse than Hispanic Dominican Republic? Is it because of culture that all the Hispanic countries are worse than the Anglo, Canada, and the United States? Is that culture? Is it culture that Detroit, Haiti, Africa, they're all bad? Is it culture that Australia, America, Canada, Europe are all good? Oh, I'm sure. It's just that, no, we just found the sweet spot. Western culture. If we just gave them the books, here's what they really fear. Here's what the elites fear. They fear that if we took crates and crates, wooden crates, and we filled them with Adam Smith, John Stuart Mill, John Locke, Rousseau, Montesquieu, Hobbes, if we put in all that literature, Hamilton, Adams, Jefferson, we filled up just crates of all this good stuff, Ayn Rand, Ludwig von Mises, Friedrich Hayek, and we dropped these crates, okay? We airlifted them into Africa. We airlifted them into Haiti and into the south side of Chicago, because you can't drive through there, and into South America. It would be like a meteor with alien technology landed, and in 100 years, it would look like Wakanda. If we just dropped those books there, and if they just learned the arcane way of liberalism and constitutionalism, you would be surprised. You would be absolutely dumbfounded. You know how stupid you would look? Do you know how dumb all these ethnic nationalists would look? All we have to do is give them the books, but they just don't have the government programs to get them to read the books or to keep the families together. But if they were reading them, if we just dropped the crates of the books there and they started to wait a minute, if we just didn't kill each other, if we resolved our disputes through reason, through dialectic, if we, perhaps if we had strong and stable families as opposed to children being born out of wedlock, perhaps we should have basic civil liberties enshrined in a constitution. And maybe if the people were virtuous, we wouldn't need an expansive government. The wheels start to turn, whereas previously they had shunned the wheel. They said, what use is a wheel when you have a perfectly good head for baskets? And they had shunned all other technological advancements, light arms. Well, that could be a good way of ensuring law and order, but we could also steal, Whereas they had made all these mistakes previously, if we just gave them the tools, they could foster a culture, a free market liberal culture, and within 100 years, we would be competing with Africa. We would be competing with Africa for supremacy in global commercial markets and military power. In fact, our white students would be going to Africa to study at Kinshasa University. We'd be going to Ouagadougou University to get an advanced degree there. It'd be like, Oxford University looks shitty by comparison to Cape Town University. And we'd go there and we'd be studying AI and robotics. You'd land in Cape Town and there would be robots walking and talking and flying cars, and there would be... No. No. Anyway, that's a little bit... Sorry. Did somebody say go off? I thought I heard somebody say go off. I must have been mistaken. So that's why we can't take these people anymore. We don't want them. These countries don't want them. That should be a pretty big red flag. If they don't want them, why would we want them? China, they're just missing out, right? They're just so dumb. We're brilliant. The secret to America's success is illiterate, low IQ, third world peasants. That's the secret. We figured it out. If we just bring over, they can't make anything work in their own countries, but the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. If we just bring them in, and by the way of this alchemy through the Constitution, they will unlock their potential and they will propel the nation forward. China, you dummies, you're missing out. You think the answer is ethnic and cultural homogeneity? You think it's having a coherent society where you have common values and shared history and ancestry? Pfft. more immigrants for us. Yeah, they're going to be pretty surprised in 100 years when America's still leading the charge and you've got, advanced AI expert Gonzalez and Hernandez and, they're in the laboratory and they're having Fiesta too because they're cultured and they're smart. Give me a break. So dumb. So dumb.